Hello Sagittarius, welcome to my channel, Love It or More. This is going to be your December 2022 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. I've done a slightly different setup. You get to see my face and I hope that's okay. We always begin with about 20 seconds of the sound bowl just to tune into the energy. So if you'd like to take a nice breath in and exhale. Okay, Sagittarius, let us see what December has in store for you. So slightly different setup this month. We're looking at 3 areas of your life, okay? Love, health and wealth for December 2022, and I will cut the deck. If this does resonate with you, please do like the video, subscribe, comment or share. It really helps my channel, okay? So in love, we have the love card. This has been coming up quite a lot, that particular card in that position for many people this month. I think that the lunar eclipse in Taurus that we had a couple of days, well, it was on the 7th or 8th of November, and I'm recording this on the 10th of November actually. A lot of people have had that, and I feel like the eclipse has really catapulted people in a really positive direction. Usually eclipses can be a bit of a quantum leap, a bit of like a energy, but I think it's had a really positive effect on all the star signs I've been doing for December so far. So really nice. In your health department, you've got the Hierophant, okay? And in the wealth department, we have the Chariot. Very nice. Okay, we will be going in much deeper, so don't worry. Let's just get all the cards out. Okay. Oops. Okay. In love, under love, we have the Tower, Major Arcana. Under the Hierophant in health, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Under the Chariot in wealth, we have the 9 of Swords. Under the Tower moment, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Under the 10 of Pentacles, we have the King of Wands. Under the 9 of Swords, we have the Lovers card. Under the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Cups. Yo, hello guys. And the King of Wands, we have Temperance. And under the Lovers card, we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, let's have a look and see what's going on here. Okay, let's look at love first. Now, when we talk about love, obviously we can be talking about romantic love, but we can also be talking about friends, family, business partners, anyone that you have a very close connection to. And I see the month of December, you are really feeling the love, because this love card in the Good Tarot deck is a number 6, which talks about equal give and exchange of love and harmony. It also talks about having a oneness, being at one with and interconnected with many others. It can sometimes also talk about a choice card, because it does come from the Lovers card. But we have a Tower moment, we have an Ace of Pentacles, and we have a Knight of Cups. So if I show you this all together, this is a shock to the system, guys. This is a brand new beginning in love. Okay, so we will find out whether it's affecting your love for yourself or love for somebody else. But there's someone definitely rushing on in, and you don't see it coming. You absolutely don't see it coming. It's something that's very, very solid. It's a solid offer. It can stand the test of time because it's a pentacle, and we've got this Knight of Cups, which is that very kind of sweep you off your feet type energy. Someone who wears a heart on the sleeve, who's very romantic, okay? And it's all about the joy of it as well, because of that dolphin. The wave is rushing in, okay? We've got two waves rushing on in, and waves in water in tarot talk about the emotional body. So I feel it may be a bit of a like a whirlwind for you, maybe even a whirlwind romance for you. But let us clarify and see what's happening here. Sagittarius. It's like your heart is being reawakened. Okay, why is a Tower card here, please? Why is a Tower card? Thank you. Page of Swords. Okay. So some news is coming on in. Page of Swords is like a messenger. Okay, communication, emails, text messages, SMSs, WhatsApps, that sort of thing. What else, please? It's coming out of nowhere. Anything else about this Tower? Thank you. Oh, 10 of Swords. Okay, so someone has, it feels like someone is rushing on in to tell you that something is, they're at the end of a type of intellectual cycle in their mind space. For some reason, it could be someone from the past sort of returning back in where they recognize that something they did in the past wasn't very kind to you, Sagittarius, and now they're rushing on in for an apology. The other message I'm getting here is that because the Tower talks about the crumbling of a belief system that no longer can stand, because it no longer stands the test of time, because it's actually a falsehood that you've been building up a barrier around yourself as it relates to the heart. And it feels to me like someone's coming to rush on in saying that something, either that they, if it's someone from the past, feels like it is, that something they did in the past wasn't, they recognize the error of their ways, and there's an apology coming through. But there's also this sense of the belief systems that they had with regards to this connection with you is they recognize how false that was. So let's just see the Ace of Pentacles. What's this Ace of Pentacles about, please? This new beginning as it relates to your heart space. Too many cards. New beginning as it relates to your heart space, please. It's a brand new way of doing things. Thank you. The Star. We've got the Star twice. Oh no, that was previous reading. We've got the Star. It's something that you've been hoping for, and there's healing that comes with this. Something you've been dreaming about, wishing for, wishing upon a star. It's like you've it's like you've laid yourself bare to the world, to the universe, and says, this is what I want. I want new love. I want to feel connected to not just another person, but to all, because it's under that love card, and I want to also feel that connection within myself. What else, please? That's oh, okay, we'll take them all. Right. Oh, we have the Lovers card, the Devil, the King of Wands, and the Page of Cups. Yeah, this is definitely a situation where there's a new beginning, because it was a choice that was made previously on how recognizing, you see, with the Star, the Lovers card, and the Devil card, all of their major arcanas is talking about I'm now in a position where I'm making the choice to remove certain kind of toxicity in my life. And I'm no longer chained by myself. I'm no longer holding myself back as it relates to the heart space. We do have the King of Wands, which is your energy, because there's fire, and you're taking the lead in this as well. So when someone comes and offers their cup of love to you, because we've got the Page of Swords with that news coming in, potentially of that an apology, but the Page of Cups is also offering their cup of love to you. Okay, so an offer is coming in, and it feels, I like it. It feels nice because if it was someone that you were dealing with, I feel like it's someone else that that you've met this person before. And again, it could be like a friend or family member, but it's obviously you've met the family member before. But it seems to me that some sort of apology is coming in, and it's quite a surprise, quite a shock. And then the offer that is extended to you is something which has like a rejuvenated energy attached. And you are now standing in a very kind of powerful position of understanding your worth, and also choosing to kind of go, okay, I see your cup of love, but I'm choosing not to be burdened by it. Because I mean, the King of Wands is the energy of entrepreneurship, taking the lead, charismatic, energetic, very attractive, all of those sorts of energies. And I feel like these are the energies in a masculine enterprise that you are, because we all have masculine and feminine within us, and you're embracing both of these qualities. But the masculine is that drive moving forward, and I feel like you're taking the lead in this. You're like, okay, I'll take that, but these are my conditions. Okay, so I feel like you really are stepping up, because if you want to move forward in this, you want to make sure that it's worth your time. It's solid. It can stand the test of time with the Ace of Pentacles. Let's see what the Knight of Cups is all about, because this is that coming on and even stronger for you. Knight of Cups, please. Can we clarify the Knight of Cups for Sagittarius? Feels to me as well like this person who's coming in to apologize about something, they have, whatever they're apologizing for, they have felt very haunted by this. They felt very burdened by this, to the degree it's almost like they've arrived at that point where they have to, in a way, not come clean, but they're seeking your forgiveness. They really need that, because even if they offer a new beginning with you, I feel like it would be different than before. But they're offering a new beginning with you. It's they don't necessarily expect you to say yes. It's like no, there are no strings attached with this. They just need excuse me, they just need to feel that you're good with them, you know. But then I see something starting as a result of that. So it could obviously be a friend. It could be, you know, a business partner who maybe screwed you over, and now they're coming in with an apology, but you're not expecting this at all. And then with that, there is a lot of healing that takes place, and then you sort of set down your conditions, and you're now taking the lead, kind of going, okay, I see your cup, but these are my boundaries. That we have these in love and in relationships. Often we can think of, okay, when you're in a relationship, you got to understand from yourself and the other person, what am I prepared to negotiate on? What is non-negotiable for me? And what am I not fussed about? And when you kind of understand that within yourself and with the other person, then you can find that mediation. Knight of Cups, please. Can you clarify the Knight of Cups? Thank you. Knight of Wands. Whoa, there's a lot of action here. Knight of Wands and the Hanged Man. Okay, so we definitely have a lot of excitement, a lot of charisma, and this fun energy as well. A lot of fun, a lot of it just feels really kind of, you're like sweeping off your feet. You can't stop thinking about the person, and it's exciting, and you can't wait to see them, and it's overflowing. And that's why the Tower card is here, because it's like it's a combination between this new start, maybe an apology, but it's just like it's a lot to deal with, a lot to contend with it. And I feel you're kind of trying to tread carefully, but at the same time you're being caught up in the rush, which is really, really nice. Right, so let's look at the health department. We've got the Hierophant here, which can talk about kind of following certain rules and regulations and things, but also can talk about spiritual ascension. 10 of Pentacles with the King of Wands again, so you definitely are in your power, Sagittarius, this month, absolutely. And then we've got the Temperance card. So I feel like there may be a kind of, you're starting to make certain changes in your life, as it relates to your health. Now, your health obviously can talk about mental health, emotional health, physical health, spiritual health, okay? And I feel like you're making some sort of changes in your life that is going to have a very long-term benefit. So this could be like starting something, because it's pentacles, it's physical, it's tangible. This could be something like, I'm going to I'm going to go on a diet, or change my nutritional my nutritional intake, because I know that if I do this now, it's going to pay off in the long term. And I mean, with that, the Ten of Pentacles under the Hierophant card is about kind of going, well, I know that if I do A, B, and C, I will get Z, right? Or Z. So because the Ten of Pentacles and the Temperance card are both kind of long time cards, okay? Temperance is slow. Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles is slow, but it stands the test of time. It's got long-term security attached, but you're right there in the middle, that King of Wands, okay? You've got fireworks all around you. So you are really kind of taking charge. It's like everything that happens in the heart space, in your emotional body, with this kind of setting certain conditions to this new love beginning. I feel like you're kind of like, ooh, I'm in my vibe now, like I'm in my fire now, like this is where I feel at home. And so I know that I can apply that to other avenues in my life. I know that I can take charge of this and I can do it. But let's clarify, why is the Ten of Pentacles here, please? Oh my goodness, we'll take that upright, and we've got another upright in here. Okay, Nine of Swords and Four of Pentacles. Okay, so basically there has been it feels like you're taking charge of it, because there's been something niggling at you at the back of your mind, and it feels like a physical ailment, even to the degree of, it could literally be as simple as kind of recognizing that perhaps you want to kind of, for example, oh, I've kind of let myself go a little bit, so I'm going to change my eating habits and my exercise regime, because it's been niggling at me, because I've just been kind of keeping it all within. Because the Four of Pentacles, he kind of he's got his heart, everything's kind of closed off in his chest. He's like closing himself off. So when we think about that, we're thinking about kind of suppressing energy, compacted energy, compressed energy. We're suppressing it in our bodies. And it could be food, could be something physical, tangible, right? But it could also be like emotions and mental body too. But when we keep it all within, you know, eventually over time it will compact, it will create a blockage, and eventually cause maybe a bit of discomfort in the body, and perhaps lead to disease if exacerbated by stress. Okay, so there's been something that's been niggling at you for a while, and it feels like there's been a physical thing that's been niggling at you. So either exercise or food. That's what I'm feeling. I'm not really getting kind of like addictive qualities yet, but there's something that you've been worried about. So that's why you're kind of taking charge of it, because you're like, okay, well, I know that I've been holding on to this worry about it. And it's not necessarily worry, it's just like a niggle. It's just like I just feel uncomfortable in my skin at the moment. And I just, you know, all of that sort of stuff, which it's coming to the surface because of this new love, new offer that's coming on in. But you're taking charge. So let us see what, because the King of Wands is, he's got a lot of drive. He's got a lot of kind of motivation. He's like, he can apply his power and his energy to anything. So I feel like you're saying, you know what, enough's enough. I know what it is I need to do, Hierophant, to make these positive changes in my life. And I'm applying the energy. I'm motivated to do this. So I see you like revving yourself up with a lot of energy to do this, because you want results. And you know it's going to take time. King of Wands, please, can we clarify? Okay. We've got the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Cups. Doosh, doosh, doosh. There we go. And we have the Six of Wands and the Fool. Okay, so what this immediately tells me is that up until now, the reason why you're taking so much charge of your health, right, is you have been kind of cheating yourself. You've been cheating yourself. You've not been kind of paying attention to your emotional body, and you've been kind of like keeping it all in, because the Queen of Cups is that emotional stuff, and the Seven of Swords is like the kind of trying to kind of skirt around the issue. So once you come into recognition of that you've been skirting around the issue, but it's still kind of like a bit heavy on your heart, you've still been kind of worrying about it a bit, then I see you rising high and taking that leap of faith, and you are starting to believe in yourself, and you kind of go, you know what, I can change this around. Other people can do it, so can I. Now I'm not really sensing it's massive for you, but I sense that what happens in the love department, in your emotional body department, has this knock-on effect. And you kind of like go, yeah, let's do this. It's almost like I feel like you're setting yourself certain challenges. And I feel like people around you over the course of December, particularly if we go into like festive season and people tend to like overindulge a little bit, and you might be kind of very disciplined with what you're doing because you're nurturing this new way for yourself, a lot to do with your sort of your self-image and your self-identity as well. And I feel like people are kind of applauding you for what you're doing, and you're quite excited. This seems like a brand new way of a routine, like a daily routine. Now we have the Temperance card, which obviously talks about divine timing. Sometimes it can be quite frustrating because we want things to happen fast, particularly if you've got all this surge of energy happening. But let's clarify the Temperance card, please, because it does say slow and steady wins a race. You know, it does say you need to make sure that things are balanced. It talks about all of that sort of stuff. Why is Temperance here, please, for Sagittarius? Thank you. The Hierophant again. Yes, it's basically saying it's going to take time for you to see how things pay off, because a Hierophant talks about, in a way, structures, routines, rules and regulations. So I see that that's what you're doing. That's what you're taking charge of. You're kind of going, okay, well, I'm sick of worrying about something. I'm just going to do something about it. Okay. And then you set a certain structure for yourself, and you apply certain rules and regulations for yourself, and they're your choice. Okay. You're stepping up to it. But Temperance is just saying it's not an overnight thing. It's going to happen over time, you know, but as you go there, as you move in that direction, you're going to start rising up and feeling more inspired and more sort of connected to self. Okay, so then we move into your wealth department. Now we have the Chariot here, which is a fantastic card. It talks about victory and triumph and charging forward. Okay, but what I'm loving about this is that we've started with the Nine of Swords and move into the Lovers, and then end up on the Queen of Cups. Meaning you're charging forward because, again, that Nine of Swords has come up. Something that's been niggling at you, some worry that's been happening, perhaps seeing it from the wrong point of view with regards to your wealth. When we talk about wealth, we're also talking about work, your motivation, your day-to job, your sideline hustle, your projects that you're working on, the thing that makes you feel rewarded and abundant, both physically and in the things that you do. And again, there's been something like niggling at you, but then you make the choice with the Lover's card to choose passion and settle to the heart space. And I see you a lot more kind of balanced. So that choice is you sort of stepping up and taking charge of your chariot and driving it forward. This whole reading is just screaming, you're powering up, you're finding your fire, and you're just moving out in the world. You're empowering yourself. It's very positive. A lot of fire energy, which is your signs, is wonderful. Let's go to the Nine of Swords, please. Can we clarify the Nine of Swords? Thank you. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Wands, and we have the Five of Cups. Okay. So the thing that you've been worried about is quite simply financial. Feeling like you've been just like you've had this heavy burden. You could also be near the end of some sort of project. Obviously, we're coming to the end of the year, so some people have like end of year kind of deadlines that they have to meet. Ten of Pentacles talks about kind of like bonuses sometimes, like a windfall of cash, but it's really talking about kind of your long-term sense of security. So there's been a lot of worry with regards to some sort of project that you've been working on, whether that be work or a sideline hustle, but there's financial worry here of like when you finish, can you handle it? Can you manage to meet the deadline? And there's some sort of regret over the past. So there's something that you've been kind of worried about over the past with that Five of Cups, because he's caught up in a place of regret with the Three Cups that have spilled over, but he doesn't see the two behind him. Okay, so the worry is basically, all the worry that you're feeling this month is from past stuff. So if, as much as you can, when you can, try and see things either in the present moment or look ahead without kind of, because I feel like this pulling back energy, but it could all be because everything in our lives kind of meet and blend and meld into one, right? And all of this sort of tricky energy is really happening in the beginning of the month, but then there's a change, okay? Then there's a powering up, okay? So there's something over the past that you've been regretting, perhaps you left something that was premature before it ended, and you're like, oh God, why did I do that? Because now I don't have the finances to move me forward. Or could literally be as simple as worrying about whether you can, pay the bills, meet that deadline, kind of feel charismatic again, because you just, it's been hard going, slogging. And then with that comes this disappointment of, if I look back on the year, because usually when we come to the end of the year, often we tend to reflect over the year. And you might be thinking, why did I put so much energy into that? Or why did I spend on that? Or, why isn't this paying off? It's all of that sort of energy that you're starting off. But you then move into the Lover's energy, which is now making a choice. I am making a choice of what I focus on. So let's see what that is. Why is the Lover's card here? And then you're moving also into a more kind of passionate energy. That fire again is spurring. I mean, nothing speaks passion like that, right? Rah! Obviously, it doesn't have to be romantic passion, but it's passion and it's choice. Lover's card, please, for Sagittarius. Temperance. There we go. So it's basically saying, yes, you're charging forward and you're making things happen. But the choice is now to do something a little bit more long term, okay? Something where it doesn't feel so like the energy I'm getting is that work and finance. And if you don't work, if you're retired or if you're in school, it's the projects that you're putting your heart and soul into it. But what I'm intuitively getting here is that it feels like work and finance have been like up and down for you a lot. It's not been secure, and it hasn't been stable. It's been up and down. So one minute you've got extra money, or you're busy. The next minute you're like poverty stricken, and like it feels like that's what's been happening over the whole year. And now that there's this choice and this passion to kind of get an equal balance, like I want to feel stable, and it may mean that I don't get those extra benefits or those extra kind of top-ups, but I know that I'm not going to go that far low. So you're making some sort of choice with regards to finance, and it could be in a way that it could be as simple as if you have a little bit extra 1 month, you're actually putting that to savings and you're not touching it, to maintain a sense of stability. And then when you have a down month, especially if you're self-employed or you have your own business, you can take from the savings to keep you back on the straight and narrow. So those are the choices that I see happening, because the Chariot card talks about having your eye on both your strengths and your weaknesses, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? The white represents the kind of the lightness energy. The dark is like the kind of mysterious kind of energy of you don't know how things, it might be quite shadowy for you. But I feel like you're taking both you're taking the reins on both horses, and you're like, okay, fine, I'm gonna do this because I've been worried about this. I keep being pulled back to this concern and anxiety over my long-term sense of where am I going to, my security, my work, all of that sort of stuff. And now you take the passionate choice, because now you're in your element. King of Wands is right in the center of the reading here. Okay, and you're like, okay, I'm going to choose stability. That's what I'm choosing. And so whichever way you do that, that's what's coming up. So whether it's savings, whether it's investments, whether it's kind of choosing to focus on the future rather than focus on the past, it's all about a sense of kind of equilibrium. Okay, and I think you're charged up with that as well. I feel also, it feels like that you are going to be, if you start to choose passion, the things that you get excited about in work, that will keep you stable rather than feeling like you have to, like the Ten of Wands is just like, oh God, let's just get there already. You know, he's at the end of the road, man. He's so close to the end, but he's got a heavy burden to carry. And you're sick of being in that stage. You know, you're sick of feeling worn out. Whereas the Lover's card is more like, you know what, if I kind of make sure I feed my passion, I know that that's going to keep me balanced in my sense of spirit, in my solar plexus, okay? And then I see at the end of the month, you're settling into a Queen of Cups energy, which is a really quite serene energy. You are connected to your emotional body, particularly because you've got a lot of kind of awakening here in the heart space. But I see you feeling more content with how you feel. So that again easily bleeds off of that Lover's card, the passion. Okay, how is it that I feel? Am I feeling passionate? Am I feeling kind of raring to go? And so you ending off the year and the month, and they're kind of like, I'm going to allow my feelings to be my guiding force here. And I know that maybe money might not always be the answer. My work might not always be an answer. But as long as I feel good about my relationship with myself, my emotions with myself, that is my sense of wealth. That is my sense of stability and prosperity and abundance. Let's clarify the Queen of Cups, please. We'll take that one because it jumped out. Oh, let's take them all. That came up first. Ace of Swords, okay. Truth Serum, seeing something from a whole new light. Wow, check out these cards. We have Ace of Cups with the Nine of Cups. Well, that together would make a 10, wouldn't it? Which would be fortune after difficulty. We've got the Eight of Cups and then the Chariot. So the Chariot now twice in this direction of wealth. And the Chariot always talks about victory and triumph. So you know you're getting better, okay? Now that Queen of Cups, what I was talking about in terms of finding your sense of wealth in terms of your emotional body, right? Connected to your heart. That's the truth serum that's coming. That's the aha moment that you're getting as it relates to wealth. And it feels to me like what you're doing is you are embracing your own 10 of Pentacles, sorry, 10 of Cups here, because the Ace and the 9 make a 10. So new beginning, which is related to this area here in your love department, is what you're hoping for. And now you're walking away from something else in order to drive forward. So, I mean, it's beautiful because even if you have it this way around, right? Ace of Cups. Okay, so the Ace of Cups is someone who, over the course of the eclipse, remember I was talking about the eclipse? That's an eclipse over there. Okay, he walks away from the 8 because he knows the horizon offers him much more. And even though it's quite sad for him to walk away of everything that he's invested into emotionally, spiritually, energetically, physically, he knows that the horizon, if he goes towards the horizon, he moves to the number 9. Okay, now when we have the 8 with a 1 over here, we get our wish fulfillment. All right, so I feel like there is a needing to kind of walk away from a type of mentality as it relates to wealth, to then move more into the heart space. Because with the wealth department, we've got a lot of cups energy here, a lot of emotional energy. So it's really how you feel about your sense of abundance, how you feel about the work that you do. It's all about feeling for you as it relates to wealth. And I feel like you're kind of switching things up. So you're moving from the head space, from this anxiety that you felt with that sword energy, more into the heart space, and kind of going, okay, I'm going to allow my heart, my emotions to guide me here. Because sometimes it doesn't matter how much money you have or what amazing job you have. If you're not feeling it inside, then what's the damn point, right? And you can be poverty stricken, and you can have no work, but then you feel your connection with self and your emotions are good. It always overrides the other. So the emotions are the big thing for you in December. We are going to end off this particular reading with just a message from Spirit for your highest good, what you need to know right now. What does Sagittarius need to know for December, please, for their highest good? Protection. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. This is absolutely 100% this King of Wands energy that you are powering up and you're taking charge, okay? So not only is Spirit saying to you, call it back. You've got the power to do so. You're taking charge of your health, okay? You're setting down some boundaries as it relates to love. And you're now shifting. And as you do that, that is so empowering, okay? When you do that, in a way, you're protecting your worth, you're protecting your value. It's also saying that you are protected at this time with Spirit, okay? So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I'm now going to be moving on to the extended reading. So if this did resonate with you, we're going to go a bit deeper, okay? You can go to the description box below to click on the link to watch the extension. And we're going to be looking more at, we're going to investigate and snoop around with who this new love is, this new offer that's coming in. We're going to get some advice more from Spirit with regards to health. And then with regards to wealth, I'm going to go a little bit further into the Chariot and see what's actually changing for you as a result. We know that the heart space is activated a bit more, the emotional body is more connected, but I want to see how that plays out as it relates to the physical side of things, the monetary sides of things. So I'll either see you there. If not, thank you so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you're interested in a personal reading, you can check out my website, loveitormore.com. Otherwise, have a lovely Christmas, New Year, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.